Whether you're in the academic, creative, or professional world, plagiarism is all too common. But what is it exactly? According to the Oxford Dictionary, plagiarism is the practice of taking someone else's work or ideas and passing them off as one's own. Let's say you're writing something for the company newsletter, and you find a great article online that's full of useful information. So you take several parts of that article, change a few words around, and submit it without giving credit to the original author. That's plagiarism, and it can lead to serious consequences. In school, taking credit for someone else's work could mean you fail an assignment or class, or face disciplinary action. In the workplace, it could result in damage to your reputation, legal repercussions, or even losing your job. Even if you accidentally do it, such as forgetting to cite a source or misquoting someone, it can quickly get you in trouble. Luckily, we know a few strategies that'll help you avoid plagiarism. First, always cite your sources. Showing where you found your information gives credit to the original authors and helps reinforce the legitimacy of your content. If you're quoting from a source, always quote the source's exact words. When inserting one into your work, place quotation marks around it and be sure to include the author's name in the same sentence. When you want to discuss information from a source without quoting it directly, it's important you rewrite that information in your own words. Along with citing the source, use different language and sentence structures, and explore the source's ideas from your own perspective. This strategy can help you say something new, original, and plagiarism-free. Plagiarism can seem like an easy shortcut that'll save you time and effort, but it will only hurt you in the long run. Be clear and upfront about where you get your information, and you'll be free to create original content you can be proud of.
Okay, so hopefully that video helped you understand a little bit more about plagiarism and how to prevent it in your researching and your work. So moving on to referencing and citing our sources, okay? Yeah, I thought I would use that YouTube clip as a bit of an example. But before I go into that, there's lots of different ways to cite sources, different methods, and we specifically are using APA 5th edition, which is what Chisholm want us to use. So you may never have heard of that before, and that's okay. I'm actually going to go through a bit of a cheat way of using the APA structure, which is the bottom blue link that you can see down below, and we're going to go through practicing that. But before we do that, I am going to show you this link, which is actually from Chisholm. So, okay, so this is the other link on that PowerPoint page, and this is provided by the Chisholm Support Services. So opening it up, it's got some clear information on referencing and bibliographies. It goes into a bit of detail about all of that. So that link is in the PowerPoint, so please make sure you have a look at that. Okay, but the other thing I thought would be useful is using the YouTube clip that we just watched, which is this one. If I go back to the start on plagiarism. This site, thisforme.com, is a web page that we can use to create a reference for our bibliography. Okay, so this is one that I've previously done. I actually used this YouTube clip. I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so we'll go cite this for me. Back to the start, add a new reference. So we'll click on that. Okay. And then we're going to choose what type of reference it is. So here we go. So is it a website, a journal, a book, more? Now, although it was a YouTube clip, we're not going to click on website. So we're going to click on more. And we're going to look at the whole list provided here. So although on the PowerPoint page, I had a whole range of different sources of where you can gather information from, here are even more, okay? So we want to be specific about where we got our information from. So when citing our sources, click on the more option so that you can see, because although you may have a book version of an encyclopedia, we're not going to just click here on books. All right, so let's be specific. So this YouTube clip, online image or video. So it's a video. So we're going to click on that, and then this is going to come up. Now it's asking for the author's first and last name, but when I go back to this page and I scroll down for the information, the author is gcflearnfree.org. So I'm actually going to highlight that, copy it. And instead of putting it in first and last name, it's also got the corporation author. Okay, so I'm going to put it in there. And then I'm going to look at the year that the video was made. It was made in 2018. So I'm going to put that in drop down bar, and I'll go down to 2018. All right, now it's not an image, it's a video. The title of it is Avoiding Plagiarism. We can see that written up the top there, but I'm just going to make life easy and just highlight and copy and then paste it. All right, then we needed the URL. So just click up here, copy that, go back and paste it. And then for me, today's date is actually the 17th. Okay, so it's Friday for me. Hopefully Monday for you. And that's all the information that it's asking for. So that was pretty straightforward. So then I'll say add reference. And then what it formulates is, it's got two here because this is the second time I've done it, but so in text, that's this one here. So if in my PowerPoint, if I had my embedded link, it would then provide that, that in-text citation, which I've highlighted. But in my bibliography, which would be at the end or in a separate document that I submit with my work, I would have this. Okay, so that highlighted section. And that is using the APA 5th edition referencing type, and that is the citation that it spits out. So that's just a cheats way of doing it. The easy way, hopefully you can do that as you go, as you're collecting information and compiling your stuff. So hopefully you find that useful. All right, I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint. Just give me a second. Okay, so that bottom link was cite this for me. So now you've gone through that process. All right, and so now compiling a bibliography. So essentially, once we've got all our references, we put them together in what's known as a bibliography. And a bibliography, what I want you to do is, instead of just randomly listing them, we'll have them listed under what type they are. So if they're from books, all the books you used for that particular assessment listed, and all your websites, all your videos. Yeah, so I want you to be specific about what type they are and then list them together. So ultimately, it should come out looking something like this. So let's say they're all, what are they? Looks like they're all books, some sort of, yeah, written book. So anyway, as you can see, that is written in alphabetical order. I'm not overly worried about alphabetical order. And obviously you can see that there's specific punctuation used, semicolons, colons, commas. quotation marks, all that sort of stuff. So that citation website will do all that for you, so you don't have to worry too much about that. And sometimes the citation website might ask for information that you can't find. So just put in all the information that you can find, especially the publication date, the author's name or company author, and the title, and if a book, pages as well. Okay, so pretty straightforward, but yeah, it should come out looking something similar to this. So yeah, don't worry too much about alphabetical order, but if you can, make it clear about what type of resource it was. So book, magazine, journal, website, yeah, that would be great. So, so that is our session, our second session for today. Hopefully you find that useful. Obviously, any questions, please let me know in our Zoom catch up this week. But yeah, that's all from me for now. So good luck and look after yourselves, and I will chat to you all soon. Okay, ciao for now.